Hey, it's Chris from Chris Beat Cancer, and today I've got a very special video. I'm often contacted by people who just heard that their friend or family member or someone that they care about was diagnosed. And I get these messages all the time that are like, Chris, my aunt was diagnosed with cancer, or a friend of my mom's, or whatever, and I really want to help them, and I don't know where to start. I don't know what to tell them, and can you help? Can you please help? So this video is for that, okay? That's what this video is about. If you have cancer and you're watching this right now, chances are it's because someone who cares about you very much took the time to send this to you. And so I'm going to tell you a quick version of my story, and I'm also going to tell you what I wish someone had told me when I was diagnosed, because I think it'll be very, very encouraging for you and maybe change the way that you're thinking about cancer. So first off, I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer when I was 26 years old. I was rushed into surgery. I was told I would need 9 to 12 months of chemotherapy, but I refused chemotherapy, and instead I radically changed my diet and lifestyle. I basically overdosed on nutrition with tons of juicing and giant salads and fruit smoothies, tons of fruits and vegetables from the earth. Okay? So the first thing you need to understand about cancer is do not be afraid, okay? Don't be afraid. I know you probably are afraid. You're probably terrified because you think you're dying, but you're not, okay? Cancer is a very natural, normal process in the body. Everybody has cancer cells. We've all got them. The body is designed to recognize them and eliminate them when a cell mutates and becomes cancerous. Okay, so that's a properly functioning body. So cancer is not the real problem. The lump or bump or lesion or whatever is typically not a real problem in your body. It's a problem, but it's not the problem. Okay, the problem is that you are sick, that you have a systemic metabolic disease that is resulting in a tumor or tumors that are growing in your body. Okay, so the tumor is the symptom. The tumor is not the real problem. If you cut the tumor off, your body's going to build another tumor, right? So when people have cancer, what is going on in their body? Well, cancer is a result of a body that is nutrient deficient and overloaded with toxins, and typically the result of a suppressed or overloaded immune system. So what is causing this? Well, we have the cancer death rate is has tripled in the last 100 years. And if you compare our lifestyle to the lifestyle of our ancestors 100 years ago, it's very different. And so what has changed? The food we're eating. We're eating all this processed man-made food that we were never designed to eat. Plain and simple, you've got to get back to foods that are coming straight out of the earth in their natural form, fruits and vegetables. The earth was created for us, and everything we need comes from the earth. It's such a simple concept. And you know what? Truth is simple. So what the problem is that we are overfed, but we're malnourished. We're stuffed, but we're starving. And we're getting plenty of protein, fat, and carbs, but we're not getting these valuable, critical micronutrients. That's vitamins, minerals, enzymes, antioxidants, and the thousands of phytonutrient compounds in fruits and vegetables, in plants, that support the body's ability to heal and function at optimal levels. So not only are we missing a lot of these nutrients in our daily diets, but we're also putting in all this artificial man-made food that our body doesn't know what to do with. We're polluting our bodies with artificial chemicals, flavors, colors, texture enhancers, artificial fats, fake food. And that stuff is poisoning us. Literally, you are poisoning and polluting your body with processed food, right? Cokes, sports drinks, fast food, microwave food, restaurant food. All this stuff has been altered, and it's loaded with processed sugar and salt and all that other stuff I mentioned before. So diet is number one. The second thing is your lifestyle. If you drink a lot, if you smoke a lot, and if you take drugs, especially pharmaceutical drugs, if you're taking one or more pharmaceutical drugs, those are immunosuppressant. Those are cancer promoting, okay? There's no pharmaceutical drug that is good for you. And your condition is not because you are lacking a pharmaceutical drug. So pharmaceutical drugs do not heal. They only mask and alleviate symptoms. The only way to true healing is through nutrition, to give your body all the building blocks that it needs to repair and regenerate. And the good news is that you can do that. Now, so your diet and your lifestyle are major factors. Drinking and smoking are cancer causers. Obesity is the second leading cause of cancer. If you're overweight, it is pro-cancerous. Your body is in a chronic state of inflammation, and it's overloaded and it's struggling. So that's a major cancer promoter. The third factor is lack of exercise. If you're not moving, if you compare yourself to our ancestors who moved constantly, most of them worked with their hands. They did physical labor, which is exercise. They ate fresh food that they grew, they got from a neighbor, or they swapped with a neighbor, they bartered, they ate livestock that they raised or their neighbor raised, so they ate fresh food from the earth versus today and all our processed food. So you've got to move your body. Exercise and movement is life. When you exercise, you're sending signals of life to your body to grow and to get stronger and to live. So you have to start exercising. And then the fourth factor is stress. Stress destroys your immune system. It suppresses your immune system, whether it's relationship stress, work stress, too much exercise, like extreme exercise, like marathon running and triathlon training. You can overdo it. But all stress is immunosuppressant. And if there are people in your life that you've not forgiven, if you're harboring negative emotions like unforgiveness and bitterness and jealousy, and you're judgmental and critical of others, and you're always negative, you are in a chronic state of inflammation and stress. Your stress hormones are elevated, your cortisol and your adrenaline are elevated, and that is a pro-cancerous condition. Okay, so all four of those factors, your diet, your lifestyle choices, whether or not you exercise, and stress, that is how you get cancer, right? Those four factors either promote health or they promote disease, depending on your choices, okay? But that's the key, because you have choices. You can turn your health around by changing the way you live your life, okay? So don't let anyone rush you into surgery, chemo, or radiation. You have time. The majority of cancers are not life-threatening, and they're not emergency situations. In fact, the majority of people diagnosed with cancer feel fine. They have a lump or a bump or a lesion or something unusual on a scan, but other than that, they feel fine. They feel healthy, okay? So most doctors will even admit that you have some time. And if you would tell your doctor, I would really like to take some time to change my life. Can I have 30 days? Can I have 60 days? Can I have 90 days? And radically change your diet and lifestyle and see what happens. That's the absolute best approach, and I can tell you, I've met so many people that have done just that, and they have not only lost weight, reversed chronic heart disease conditions, lowered their cholesterol, lowered their blood pressure, and shrunk their tumors to nothing, okay? By just changing their diet and feeding their body and giving it everything it needs to repair, regenerate, and detoxify, okay? So it is very possible, very, very possible. The medical view of cancer is that it's linear, that as soon as once you have a tumor, once they find a cancerous tumor, that it can only go one direction, and that is it can only grow and spread all over your body. That's the linear view of cancer. But the latest clinical research has proven that to be false, because we know that cancer can heal. The body can heal it. They call it spontaneous regression. That's healing, right? The body created it. The body can heal it. You just have to give it the proper nutrients and care. And I want to encourage you to learn more and start reading and researching and reading other survivor stories, people that healed themselves. And there's a bunch of them on my site, chrisbeatcancer.com. Okay? Because we can learn from the experience of others. And so I just want to close this by encouraging you again to take your time. Don't let anyone rush you into anything, and listen to your instincts. Do not do something you don't feel good about. If you do not feel good about surgery, if you don't feel good about chemotherapy or radiation, do not consent. Do not do it. I don't care how many family members or friends tell you you have to do it. You do not have to do it. This is your life. You are in control. You make decisions, and it's your life. Okay? And you've got to make the best decisions for you. I also want to encourage you to pray, to ask God to reveal himself to you if you don't know him, and to lead you in the path of healing, to show you the way. That's what I did. And when you reach out, when you step out in faith, when you step out into the unknown, amazing things will happen in your life. Miracles will happen. God will reveal himself to you. He'll show you the way. He'll light the path. Okay? So there's a lot more information. I could talk for 3 hours, but I want to keep this video short. There's a lot more information here on my YouTube channel and on my blog, which is chrisbeatcancer.com. I'm on Facebook and Twitter as well. But my mission is not just sharing my story of healing, but sharing the stories of all the other people that I've met that have used nutrition and natural therapies to heal. So I hope this has been helpful. Please share this with anyone you know that has been diagnosed with cancer. And if you have cancer, remember, you have options. This is your life, and your body can heal.